hero. That's what you once were. You stood boldly against the shadow and purchased another dawn for the world with your life. But the evil you fought is not so easily banished. The victory you claimed, not so easily held. For now, the specter of death looms above the world yet again, and it has found new champions to bring about its final reign. Knights of darkness, wielding runes of death and destruction, bound by the will of the Lich King. This is the hour of their ascension. This is the hour of your dark rebirth.
You wake up. The warmth of your body is gone. You feel cold. A coldness similar to that of a tomb. You move your chest, hoping to take in air, but no air goes in or comes out. The stillness of the moment makes you realize your heart no longer beats. In front of you sits a figure, one that you swore to kill. But now, all that anger and hatred have been replaced with a loyalty you have never felt before. A strange darkness covers your mind, and now you know where evil grows. It grows in you. You approach your dark master. Your training as a Death Knight begins now. You are sent to Instructor Razovius, and here you learn the Rune Blade is the most powerful piece of equipment that a Death Knight has. And the time has come for you to create your own. Taking a sword, you imbue it with the fire of the runeforged, casting upon it the rune of the fallen crusader. Fitting. There's a gnawing feeling in your body. It's a hunger that you feel with your whole body, not just with your belly. Instructor Razovius tells you that this hunger will only get worse, and there is one way to satiate it. You must kill. He offers you salvation and a test. You are instructed to defeat an unworthy aspirant and kill him. The initiates all seem to have a hatred for their condition, especially for this place. With your hunger now gone, Razovius tells you this necropolis is the Ebon Hold, unmatched in strength and power, superior even to the mighty Naxxramas. You will get a chance to explore the Ebon Hold, Arceus, later. The Lich King has need of you. The Lich King will offer you sight beyond sight through the Eye of Arceus. You will have to take hold of the eye and study the structures that the Scarlet Crusaders hold. The Chapel of the Crimson Flame, New Avalon Town Hall, and Forge, and the Scarlet Hold itself. As you use the eye to see your enemies, it dawns on you that they are preparing for battle. You tell the Lich who sends you to carry his orders to High Lord Darian Mulgreen, and let him know to begin the assault. Darian calls for the horns of war to be sounded, calling forth the war machine of the Scourge. The march upon New Avalon begins. Scourge Lord Tanalor awaits for you to take a griffin towards the Scourge forward base, where Prince Valanar expects you. You take the bony creature and leave the necropolis. The prince greets you and asks if you can feel it, the scent of the Scarlet Crusader's blood. Nevertheless, he knows why you are here. The Lich King told him you will take the charge and start the Scarlet Harvest. Your first task is to strike fear into the hearts of the Scarlets. Feeding your hunger on the blood of the soldiers is good, but to strike true terror, you must strike at the fleeing citizens of Havenshire, hurting the Crusaders' morale. Orthios, the Sky Darkener, has a request as well, to bring back some Saronite arrows. Supplies for Saronite being limited and all. Salnar, the Horseman, promises to give you a mount fitting of your power. if you bring him a horse from the Scarlet stables. Remember, it's only stealing if you get caught. Finally, Oirun the Battle Caller stops you from your journey so that you can honor Death's Challenge, a tradition born after Arthas' victory over Illidan at the base of Icecrown. You must duel and win against 5 Death Knights. You defeat the Death Knights, bring back the Saronite arrows, and the skulls of the Crusaders you killed. You bring the horse to Salinar and he uses his magic to make it disappear. The horse has been sent to the realm of shadows, where Salinar's kind will slay it and raise it as a death charger. If you want your just reward, you must go to the realm of shadows and bring the mount to the realm of the living. Prince Valanar is impressed with the chaos you brought upon the Scarlet. Now the Crusaders are trying to strip their mind clean of any resource. But the grandest necromancer, Gothic the Harvester, has a gift for them, and it will be your honor to bring it. You will bring the gift of the Harvester to the miners, turning them, hopefully, into ghouls or enraged spirits. Nevertheless, as the miners transform, the Crusaders learn that the mines are no longer safe, making them retreat and leaving their backs exposed. Prince Valanar informs you that now, only the forces at New Avalon and Light's Point stand in your way. You will take them by surprise and defeat their fleet at Light's Point. Luckily, their ranks are in chaos. You will hide in one of their minecarts, and once you reach their ships, you will turn their own weapons against them. Once back, you get congratulated by the prince, who did not expect you to see you return. Just like that, you are sent with orders to the High Lord. But do not fret. Word of your actions and your bravery and deeds are included. Darion is impressed. The world has changed. You can feel it in the air. The sky turns blood red. You can feel the scourge slowly moving and killing. Darion wants to mention something, but he dismisses it immediately. For a moment, the voice of the High Lord changes, and it becomes more human. That unsaid word, that unfinished phrase, it echoes inside your head. For a moment in the darkness of your heart, a little spark burns and dies immediately. Your next task is to meet with Prince Keleset and Baron Rivendare at the Crypt of Remembrance. But before you can help them, Not the Plaguebringer needs some iron chains, a cauldron, and skulls to make his newest potion. He promised that you can have some yourself to feel its rejuvenating powers. A peculiar request, but your sword hungers. Nothing less than total annihilation will suffice, the prince tells you. You must kill Mayor Quimby and take his New Avalon registry. The Baron starts talking about how despite all the losses the Scarlets suffered at the hand of the Scourge, they do not turn and run when a necropolis comes right above their home. He wants you to offer them the pleasure of eternal servitude to the Lich King and kill as many as you can. You leave behind you a trail of blood. Yet in the back of your head, something itches, clawing ever more wildly with every crusader you struck. As you return, the Baron congratulates you and proposes that, the King willing, you will become his minion. Stratholme is in need of a new mayor after all. More importantly, the prince looks over the registry and discovers something quite surprising. The Scarlets have sent 3 fleets to Northrend. For what reason, the register does not say, but it does give you a clue. The words Crimson Dawn. To learn more, the prince offers you a tool that will extract all the information you need. While questions still remain, The courier clearly has the answers. Nevertheless, it's time to get behind the Scarlet lines. Orbas, Tarasian, and Kolitra have set up a base near a tavern in very close proximity to the Chapel of the Crimson Flame. Orbas isn't the most pleasant of characters, but he knows a way to find more information about the courier and how to stop the path of the righteous crusader. While the Death Knights have no clue about the courier, one of the Scarlet prisoners they've tortured mentioned that in the Scarlet Hold there's a patrol schedule that holds all the information you might need. So you must break into the hold and retrieve the schedule. Before you leave, Tarasian tells you that in breaking the Scarlet lines, they had suffered many casualties. One of those is Kolitra Deathweaver. He doesn't know if Kolitra is alive or dead, but he wants to know. The last thing Tarasian knows about him was that he was dragged to the Scarlet Hold through brothers in death. You find Kolitra injured, yet alive. You free him, but High Inquisitor will be coming shortly. Before leaving, he wants you to tell Tassarian, I'm never gonna pronounce it twice the same, that they are executing prisoners at the chapel. You find the schedule, but you also find Scarlet Commander Roderick there, waiting to protect it. You dispatch of him quickly and grab the schedule. Back to the tavern, Tarasian is content with the information you brought of Kolitra, and Orbaz has a plan to make up. The Crusaders are busy, having patrol routes everywhere, but one comes from the western Plaguelands. Of course, Orbaz still needs time to perfect his plan. Tarasian sends you to Commander Knight Plaguefist in the meanwhile at the chapel. They went ahead to free the prisoners held there before their execution. You might just make it in time to join Plaguefist and his men. The Knight Commander greets you. You find out that the Crusaders did not hold any of your kind there, but something entirely else. Apparently, the prisoners held at the chapel were from the Argent Dawn. Most of them were dead, but some still draw breath. Plaguefist offers you the honor to put down a feisty human. That glowing leaves scars upon your mind. You remember everything. As a child living near Stormwind, growing up in Lordaeron, joining the Silver Hand, then the Scarlet Crusaders, then the Argent Dawn before you fell. A desire for freedom raises with every scar. Yet as you try to break free, you feel more constricted by iron chains made to break your will. Darkness grows in you, but a tiny flame is there. You might never be free, but now you remember. Now you know who you are. Now you understand. Plaguefist was right. This was a special surprise. The Commander Knight and his men burn the chapel down as you go back to Orbaz and Tarasian to report what you found. Orbaz has already his plan. The courier will come near the Scarlet Overlook in an hour. You will strike at him under cover and take his belongings and his message. This ambush at the Overlook will bring their downfall soon enough. And once you are done with the courier, you find that he carried the following. Some of his belongings and a message that read, High General, the armies of Heartglen and Tirisfal are less than a day's ride from New Avalon. We ride with the light shining upon our back and the wind at our heels. Soon the Scourge will have to contend with the full might of the Scarlet Crusade. Light bless you. High Commander Galavar Pureblood. The second part of the plan is to deliver this message to High General Abendis. That's why you needed the courier's belongings. Now, the General will have a meeting with Fate. He must not suspect a thing, so you take the message to the General, trying to get as much information from her as you can. The High General does not think the armies of Heartglen and Tirisfal will make it. She wants you to go back to Galavar and tell him, turn your armies around and prepare your ships for travel to the frozen wastes. When we next meet, it will be in Northrend. She also gives you a journal that promises will explain everything. The journal is called Path of Redemption. She declares that the Scarlet Crusade is no more, and now the Scarlet Onslaught emerges out of its ashes. While going back to Orbaz, you read the journal given to you and find it quite interesting. It reads, "The voice whispered, 'Come to me.' From the very beginning I knew that it was the Holy Light speaking to me in my dreams. At last, after all of my years of prayers and good deeds, the cleansing of the blight and the unliving from the face of Azeroth, after all the failures and resurrections, finally, it happened again. 'Come to me,' the light commanded. I woke up freezing, but it wasn't cold in my chambers. I'm going to redouble my efforts. I'll tell the High Abbot tomorrow that I want prayers increased. No more half measures. The Holy Light has taken notice of our good work. I can feel it. This time I was awake. It was very vivid, and yet for over a minute, in the middle of the warm, sunny day, my breath came out misted and chill. One of the priests noticed and dropped to his knees in prayer. No one else heard the voice though. At least the witness proves that I'm not going insane. Maybe I should ask Landgren to pray on the matter. I will get Jordan and Street to scrutinize their recruiting efforts tomorrow. We've grown bloated with ranks of unbelievers who yearn only to destroy the undead. That's not enough. The commander and the bishop were both receptive, not that they had any choice. Bishop Street in particular seemed very enthusiastic. He spoke of a new crusade and swore to ferret out the weak of our ranks. I told him to go easy. We're not destroying the crusade as much as forming an elite cadre of the most faithful to do the light's bidding in Northrend. I fear the man's friendship with Lecraft is slowly twisting him. They both have their uses though. Street's talk of a new crusade, however, has me thinking. I believe that when this new force is assembled, I will give us a new name. It will have to be evocative of our new mission, yet still provide a tie to the past. I will pray with the High Abbot on this. Our prayers have been answered. The High Abbot was particularly moved by the force of the light's voice, its clarity and sense of purpose. Those of us going north, the most faithful, shall be known as the Scarlet Onslaught. An onslaught upon Northrend we shall be. The cancer of the scourge threatens to overflow in the crown of the world and drown the rest of us. The time has come to take the fight directly to the Lich King's doorstep. It is with trepidation that I gaze upon New Avalon. I somehow suspect for the last time. The fate of our cause lies in Northrend. I am filled with a sense of ominous foreboding for some reason. The mission ahead should shake away these concerns. I will put them out of my mind. The Crimson Dawn is upon us. When you deliver the journal to Orbaz, he cares very little for the onslaught sailing to Northrend, saying they sail to their deaths. The approaching armies are a more concerning matter though. Nevertheless, Orbaz sends you to High Lord Darian Mograine, saying that he might find a use for the journal. The High Lord appreciates your devastating actions and says that the Scourge will ravage the approaching Scarlet armies. The armies have arrived, but they have arrived to their doom. The Scarlet Apocalypse is upon them. Heavenshire is burning to a fever pitch. Some of the pumpkins at Heavenshire's farms have started to rot due to the plague cauldron placed at its center, and all of New Avalon has been set aflame. Several trees have caught fire as well. The Light Point Tower has been destroyed. Siege weaponry and abominations are running around Havenshire, and the Scarlet armies have arrived and are massed throughout the Enclave. You are sent to the Lich King, who now stands at Death's Breach. There the Lich King tells you, the time has come to finish what you started. To this end, you are granted the Frost-Brood Vanquisher to destroy the armies of the Scarlets and bring an end to all things they ever hold dear. Now, with the death of the Crusader, the Lich King offers you a helmet to complete your gruesome visage. And now only one obstacle stands in front of your conquest. Light's Hope Chapel. The Lich King commands you to go there, where High Lord Darian Mograine is waiting for you. Mograine awaits, flanked by Tarasian, Kolitra, and Orbaz. The time to uncover the light's dawn has come. Ironic. Once you defended Light's Hope, and now you prepare to attack it. Heavy would be the heart if it could still beat. Now, with the death of the Crusader, the Lich King offers you a helmet to complete your gruesome visage. And now only one obstacle stands in front of your conquest. Light's Hope Chapel. The Lich King commands you to go there, where High Lord Darian Mograine is waiting for you. Mograine awaits, flanked by Tarasian, Kolitra, and Orbaz. The time to uncover the light's dawn has come. Ironic. Once you defended Light's Hope, and now you prepare to attack it. Heavy would be the heart if it could still beat.
King watches over us, minions! Leave all the ashes and misery in your destructive wake! Stand fast, brothers and sisters! The light will prevail!
It's too far away.
Life is meaningless without suffering. You will do as I command! I am in control here!
I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Obey me, Blade!
I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
I cannot strike!
I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Make it quick.
Get closer. It's too far away.
Cannot fit minions! Come to my aid!
I'm out of range. can't attack that.
Bring them before the chapel! Stand down, Death Knights! We have lost. Light. This place. No hope! Have you learned nothing, boy? You have become all that your father fought against. Like that coward Arthas, you allowed yourself to be consumed by the darkness, the hate, feeding upon the misery of those you tortured and killed. Your master knows what lies beneath the chapel. It is why he dares not show his face. He sent you and your Death Knights to meet their doom, Darien. What you are feeling right now is the anguish of 1,000 lost souls. Souls that you and your master brought here. The light will tear you apart, Darien. Save your breath, old man. It might be the last you ever draw.
My son!
Father!
My dear, beautiful boy.
What?
Father,
Is-
you have returned. You've been gone a long time, Father. I thought...
Nothing could have kept me away from here, Darien. Not from my home and family.
Father, I wish to join you in the war against the undead. I want to fight. I can sit idle no longer.
Darien Morgraine, you are barely of age to hold a sword, let alone battle the undead hordes of Lordaeron. I could not bear losing you. Even the thought...
If I die, Father, I would rather it be on my feet, standing in defiance against the undead legions. If I die, let me die with you!
My son, there will come a day when you will command the Ashbringer, and with it, mete out justice across this land. I have no doubt that when that day finally comes, you will bring pride to our people, and that Lordaeron will be a better place because of you. But, my son, that day is not today. Do not forget.
Touching. He's mine now. You betrayed me. You betrayed us all, monster! Face the might of Mograine! Pathetic. You're a damned monster, Arthas. You were right, Fordring. I did send them in to die. Their lives are meaningless. But yours... How simple it was to draw the great Tyrion Fordring out of hiding. You've left yourself exposed, Paladin. Nothing will save you. Apocalypse! That day is not today. Tyrion! Arthas! What is this? Your end. Impossible. This is not over. When next we meet, it won't be on holy ground, Paladin. Rise, Darien, and listen. We have all been witness to a terrible tragedy. The blood of good men has been shed upon this soil. Honorable knights, slain defending their lives, our lives. And while such things can never be forgotten, we must remain vigilant in our cause. The Lich King must answer for what he has done, and must not be allowed to cause further destruction in our world. I make a promise to you now, brothers and sisters. The Lich King will be defeated. On this day, I call for a union. The Argent Dawn and the Order of the Silver Hand will come together as one. We will succeed where so many before us have failed. We will take the fight to Arthas, and we will tear down the walls of Icecrown. The Argent Crusade comes for you, Arthas!
So too do the Knights of the Ebon Blade. Although our kind has no place in your world, we will fight to bring an end to the Lich King. This I vow!
You are free now, but the weight of your actions hang heavy upon you. You and your kind are forever damned to walk this earth as monsters, as abominations. There is little time to think about that. Darien Mograine asks that you join him in Arceus as a knight of the Ebon Blade. He also mentions how he plunged Ashbringer into his own heart to save his father's soul. You feel the weight of his emotions when he mentions that was his last memory as a free man. Nevertheless, Arceus must be taken back from the Scourge. The second floor of the fortress still houses creatures loyal to the Lich King. The heart of Arceus is filled with gifts from the Lich King. Most imposing of all, Patchwork. The battle for the Ebon Blade ended just as fast as it started, and Arceus was now yours. But Darien had one final task for you. The Ebon Blade must establish allies if it wants to survive, and you must now go where kings walk, to your birth kingdom, and serve as a representative for the Alliance. You will bring with you a letter from High Lord Tyrion Fordring that reads, Majesty, O merciful King, may the light stay your hand and steady your heart. Hold your judgment upon this fallen champion, if only for a moment, and hear my words. The bearer of this letter is a former hero of the Alliance. Though he carries with him the stench of death and the look of the Scourge, he has the soul of a champion. A soul that has only recently been reunited with the body. Cesar represents a new, unified front against the Lich King, known as the Knights of the Ebon Blade. Yes, Majesty, Death Knights turned against their former master. They are led by the son of Lord Alexandros Mograine, the Ashbringer. They seek what we seek, and what we all seek, the end of the Scourge. I ask not that you accept Cesar and the Knights of the Ebon Blade into the Alliance, but only that you show tolerance. Remember, sire, by blood and honor we all serve. Respectfully, High Lord Tyrion Fordring.